spending, I've been in saline.
Pack it up, get it right in no sleep.
3-5 it before I sleep.
Hey niggas smoking, they put me to sleep.
Been round the loop and they all notice me.
Round the loop and I put on the team. Come and we slide and we...
Happy Friday, everybody. Today's date is January 17th. Welcome to Season 2 of Around the Loop, Solo Dolo, episode number 3. Or tres leches, however you want to say it. Talking about cakes, right? Alrighty, well, want to say a happy belated birthday to my boy Tim. Want to give you a little short message. So here it is. Happy birthday, man. There's a lot of words I can say, and I'm going to start with some of them. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the 12 plus years of friendship that we had, that we stayed solid ever since. You've seen me hit rock bottom. You've seen me climbing to the top. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate everything you've done for me. Even the good, the bad, no matter what, you were always there for me. And because of you, you changed my career. I'm no longer working at Panera Bread being some sandwich master. I'm out here doing big boy things, real man shit. So I owe it to you, and that's why I'm doing what I do, to make you proud too. So thank you. And for everybody that, ever meets Tim out there in real life, he is a person you'll never, ever forget. He always leaves a great first impression, always a great helping hand. And he's somebody definitely you can always lean to. Good man. So, also wanted to say, huge shout out to Welgreens dispensary in Vista. We're going to be tapping in later on more about that. But a big thank you for also today's inspiration as well. And so on the Solo Dolo episode today, guys, we're going to take a little dive of what happened, a recap of this whole week's event, right? Saturday was pretty cool. So Saturday last week had my first event with Taper Tage, which was a honor, blessing, super dope. And it was a great training experience for me to learn like what I need, what I can do. But then I realized when I did a concert event, a music event, that was different. And that required a lot more work. But it's okay. So that episode's going to be coming out this Monday, guys, for everybody that's waiting, for all my artists that are waiting, for everybody at the show, for everybody that, is tapping into today's episode. Episode will be released Monday. Now, I do apologize for the audio because you're going to hear this and you're going to be like, wow, the audio sounds so great, Gio. How come, Saturday's episode that you're dropping for Monday sound booty? Well, reason being is, hey, I'm at a live event. There's music blasting, blaring so loud. I'm trying to do my best. I'm a one-man team, so what I can deliver is what I'm going to give you guys. And it's the nitty-gritty, raw. It is slightly edited on this one just so I can clear the sound so you guys can actually hear the voices. Because it was extremely loud, but that was fun. And that event was great. It the proceeds, all the money was raised. It was great. All the artists that got to perform, like some of them was their first time, and some of them they performed 3, 4, 7, 20th time. I got to meet a lot of new faces, got to set up a lot of new interviews, so that's gonna be exciting. And little recap on that episode, on this upcoming episode here, a little sneak peek. So many faces, so many new people. We even get to I get to interview somebody that was famous that came out in, I don't know, Halloween. He was young Michael Myers. Same kid that came out in Hancock. Now, if you guys know who I'm talking about, it's going to be cool. Because it did really happen. I was there. The video proof is in the pudding. And it's cool. So, that event was dope. Was there showed up at 5:30. Event kicked off around 6:30. And I was there till about midnight. Last vendor technically to leave, which no biggie, it was pretty dope. So I didn't get home until maybe roughly almost 1. And then within a couple hours later, I, went to sleep, got up, and I was up about 6 a.m. So I only had maybe about 5 hours of sleep, right? And those are even 5 hours that were interrupted. And you say, well, how did you get interrupted within those 5 hours? Well, y'all know I still have my one and only P.M.O Roddy. Now, under the state of California, he does identify as a Rottweiler. Now, please don't judge him. He's definitely a P.M.O Roddy. When you see him, you're going to be like, wow, he kind of looks like a Rottweiler. What the fuck? Well, he's not. German Pinscher. Much love. You can find him at P.M.O. So, other than that, so Sunday's event was pretty dope. I had the opportunity to interview Eating Oceanside. And for y'all that don't know, or who knows, maybe you guys do know about him. Well, how don't you know about him? If you're, from the city of the O, where the palm trees grow, you're definitely gonna know who this gentleman is. Goes by the name of Cream. And it was an honor and blessing to have him on the show too. Got to learn a lot from him. Sat me down and mentored me a lot. And I'm very, very thankful for that too. And now that you guys have noticed, hey, there's something different about your Instagram page. Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm blue checkmark certified. And for y'all that, wonder, oh, well, didn't you just buy that? Hell yeah, I did. There's nothing wrong with admitting, oh, well, I just want to earn mine. Okay, fine, you can earn yours. Congratulations. No hate on that. I paid mine. Why? Because I'm going to protect my assets and my ass. Judge all you want, unless you're doing it yourself. But it does, certify who I am, identifies who I am with the podcast, and it is for me. And it's just an update for you guys. So if you guys ever see a Around the Loop podcast hit you up and homeboy doesn't have the blue check mark next to it, please don't answer that. There might be frauds, fakes, popping around, bots saying, oh, Around the Loop podcast wants to charge you this and this and that, X, Y, and Z. I ain't charged you for shit yet. So I don't know where the fuck that's coming from. Or setting up fake interviews. That's on me. If it's not directly from Instagram with Around the Loop podcast with the blue check mark, it ain't me. And that was a huge tip that I learned from Eating Oceanside. Why? Because we're here to grow. We're here to build our business. We're here to prosper. We're here to share that positivity, that love with everybody. Because, if we just grow for ourselves, that's great. All right, cool. Mission accomplished. But for me, I like to grow with everybody. I want to see people grow with me. I don't want to just be by myself. I don't know, the sense of accomplishment by yourself, that's cool. Done that before. But I want to do it with everybody else. So that's going to be fun. And, it's a great experience. It really is. It really is. And work week was great for all the folks that are wondering, like, hey, how's work's going? Great. Went and do one more test for my Extron certification. I'll have 3 certs down under my belt buckle. So that's going to be great. 3 certified cert. It's pretty dope. Almost like, for Solo Dolo episode 3. So steady moves are going to happen. And also want to let you guys know, Dime Industries finally sent me an email. Got the email from them. And there's some cool things coming on the way between me and Dime. And I'm very excited to share it with you guys when it does arrive, when the special care package, cough, cough, arrives. And many, many new faces are lining up. So my month of January is actually already pretty much booked. Almost pretty much booked. With not only the people that are already lined up, but the people from the Saturday's event with the memorial event. And wow, I can't even. Where do I start? Got to meet one of the artists I grew up listening to when I was young, growing up in the East Side. Now, I say I grew up in the East Side. I didn't say I banged. I didn't say I was with a gang. No. I knew all the homies. Got love for everybody, right? I just didn't do that. That just wasn't my lifestyle. That's not what I chose. And I was just dedicated and devoted to working on cars with my pops. But much love to all the homies. So got to meet the big CAE. And that was an honor and privilege to meet him in flesh and bones. And now, there's going to be a future episode coming out with me and him. And I would love, this is an open invitation for the East Side, for the beloved neighborhood that I grew up in. If any of you guys would like to set up an episode, share your story out there with Around the Loop podcast. Let's start a segment. Let's start a segment with, let's call it the East Side Chronicles. And about that, each and one of you guys get to share your beloved story about what you do in life, where you're at, who you are. And nothing's going to be self-incriminating, because I'll make sure that you guys are going to be Gucci, because it's just sharing your genuine story. There's so many people from that beloved neighborhood that come from all different corners of the background. And it's neat. It's neat. So that's an open invitation. And also, there's going to be a couple repeating faces showing up for season 2. So we're going to be having like the artist Kelkin. We're going to be having SoCali Spider-Man coming back with a brand new suit. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to have Tito, Balance. We're going to have Gideon. And talking about Gideon more as well, had the blessing and honor to meet his brother. Now, that was awesome. It really was. And you guys will learn more about that on Saturday's recap, which the episode comes out, like I said, this Monday. Now, more about it. Maybe you're asking, okay, so how's everything going, Joe? How's the behind the scene process? So let me tell you guys about behind the scenes. It's hard. It's hard. And it's not hard it's hard like for me in a way that I have to get out of my comfortability. I have to get comfortable with putting my face in the camera by myself, where I'm the center of attention by myself. And that's getting getting used to. It's not easy for me. And I'm trying the best to give you guys a little bit more behind the scenes content, which I'll be posting on Instagram. And that's where, my main sources. Now, platforms that I'll be possibly coming out in 2025 is going to be Facebook. Now, I might actually end up on Facebook for the older crowd. Nothing wrong with y'all, but it's going to be easier to reach y'all through their family members that I haven't seen in forever. Who knows? I mean, hey, I'll be there. Around the Loop podcast. You'll find me on Facebook one of these days. I'll post the link in the bio. But enough about that. I want to ask you guys some questions. So, what places do you think in North County has like some of the best foods? Like, as far as what restaurant out there has the best pizza? What restaurant out there has the best tacos? What restaurant out there has the best burritos, the best Chinese, the best Japanese, the best Thai, the best Indian food? There's so many honorable mentions. Who has the best barbecue? I'll tell you guys a couple like honorable mentions. So for me, I think Firehouse in Fallbrook/Bonsall area. It's a barbecue place. It's really good. If you guys ever get a chance to go check it out, shout out to Kylie for taking me there, putting me on. And so if you guys will notice, today's episode is going to be called ATLP Solo Dolo number 3 P.M.O. Now you're going to wonder what P.M.O. stands for, and that's called Put Me On. So put me on, guys. Put me on. I'm going to put you guys on some game today. Why? Because there's been a lot going on this week. And so putting you guys on some good stuff. So for this segment, if you guys are ready to listen, great. If you guys are not, please take the next minute to a minute 35 to skip it. Okay, thank you. So you guys stayed. All right, so viewer discretion is advised. I am going to be talking about cannabis, and if this isn't for everybody, and for all the new people that are first learning about cannabis and you guys are learning it through my show, hey, welcome to the ride. Welcome to the show. I'm here to educate you guys. I'm not a connoisseur, just a reviewer. That's all. So let's talk about it. Huge shout out to Welgreens, Vista, and I specifically say Vista. Why? Because they are my home base. They are the closest place to me. So much love to them. And today, now that you guys are listening to this episode, the other day, actually just Thursday, I was at Welgreens, and I went and was told that a certain product was going to be for sale. So I was like, all right, cool, let me check it out. Thursday, come back and see what's up. And I love that the bud tender was very honest. She took her time to actually educate me. And here, and a story for you guys to wonder, like, how did she educate you guys? All right, cool. So she P.M.O, put me on the item that I was looking at. It was called Turn, and it's a brand called Turn. It's a cannabis brand called Turn. It was a disposable. And it's disposable for you guys that are wonder. It's called disposable because once you smoke it, you can dispose of it. It's disposable. You can, some of these disposables are rechargeable, which is great because they come half charged. So I would recommend you charge them. But anyways, Turn. So I was looking at some of them, and she was explaining. Like, I asked her, I said, "Well, is it worth reviewing?" Because I like to give my audience the honest truth. And she was, she's like, "Well, that's your opinion," which is true, right? It's my opinion on whether or not it's good. And she's like, "Well, I'm a P.M.O, put you on." So distillate is going to be for the folks that are barely getting into the game, new to it. You want to be more discreet. You want to hide the smell. All right, go for that. But if you're going to go for live resin, it's more of a true dab taste. It's going to smell. That's, if you're in an area you don't care, run it. And then more for experienced smokers. But if you want to just go to live resin, go ahead. Go ahead. Jump into it. And, she took the time to really educate me, which I really appreciate her doing that. And there's nothing wrong with it. So that was awesome. So shout out to Welgreens Vista Dispensary. Once you go out there for your first time, for all the people that have been there before, let them know Around the Loop podcast sent you. Please, 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 because I will be going and checking and asking it, hey, did anybody else new come in from Around the Loop podcast, episode Solo Dolo 3? And if so, awesome. If not, hey, continue to share the love. I'm going to continue to show you guys love because you guys are always great to me. So enough about that. Also, wanted to talk a little bit about, I'm kind of all over the place. And reason being is I wanted to share a Bible verse that one of my beloved friends shared with me. And it goes, Proverbs 27:17. So if you guys are religious, great. If you're not, it's okay because I will explain the message to this. So the message goes as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Which means, you keep supporting each other and wanting to see each other grow. So that's the greatest thing about this Bible verse. And it was great just hearing about it, and it was a message from God that I needed as well. And then talking about messages, there's been a lot. Shout out to 77 Blessed too. Excited for this interview coming up. It's going to be great. There were some positive messages that came from him just the other day, just Thursday too, that I, things that I needed to see that actually helped. So those are some good signs and positivity that, hey, this season's going to be better than season one. And I hope that, each year it just continues to grow and grow, and to the point where I'm able to give back to my loved ones, get back to the community, and continue, because I don't have an end goal and I don't plan to ever end this, to continue to share everybody's story. That's just how it is until the day I die. Maybe I'll stop sharing them, but somebody else would hop in and continue my legacy. So I'm very thankful. And for all the folks that are out there, make sure you support your friends, your loved ones, your brothers, your sisters, your moms, your dads, your auntie, uncle, whoever. Because if you really support one another and you want to see each other grow, it's meant to be. And also, as well, we're going to be coming up with these interviews as well. So I hope you guys are ready for it. Whole lot of new interviews every single Monday. There's going to be a brand new interview with a brand new artist. Fridays are going to be solo episodes as well. So stay tuned for that. There's some cool episodes coming up. One of the episodes not even an interview. It's more like a hosting. I'm co-hosting. And it's going to be about cards, a card game. It's going to be really cool. So I'm going to get educated. I'm a P.M.O on you guys, put you on. And it's going to be tight. So I hope you guys had a great week. Enjoy this episode of Around the Loop podcast. And like I said, shout out to Welgreens dispensary. Shout out to OB1 as well. Obnoxious for putting me on Saturday's event as well. And shout out to all the artists that were there. Thank you guys for showing all the love and support for Around the Loop podcast as well. I felt loved and I appreciate you guys. So looking forward to giving you guys better episodes, delivering better interviews, even hosting events. Catch me out there because we're going to make a difference this year for 2025. So thank you and have a great day.